Mona, thank you very much for joining Entrepreneur Middle East today. My first question to you, we're at the WE convention and we're having a lot of discourse about the concept of success and ambition and what that means to different women at different stages of their lives. The theme is all in, but we also have a lot of female pioneers and leaders coming out today and talking about how we shouldn't really romanticize the word superwoman. And that is ideally, the concept of doing everything all at once. From your perspective, what would you say is a good starting point to understanding the concept of work-life balance, and what has that meant for you over the years?
Sustainable leadership and sustainable success really does require balance and boundaries. The reality is, as an entrepreneur, as a female entrepreneur, balance and boundaries, especially in the early years, is very difficult to get. And that's why what women entrepreneurs develop and they recognize in themselves as they're building their businesses is the character traits of resilience, focus, consistency, determination, and ultimately really a laser eye on that impact mission that they're behind. So insofar that they have that value impact mission in front of them and they know why they are doing what they're doing, why it's important, then everything else becomes a piece of the puzzle that you're constantly moving, you're balancing, you're shifting in order to achieve that. But it's a journey, and it's not for everyone, and it's hard, and it requires that commitment and that discipline.
Second question, and it has to do with the concept of ambition. There's often a lot of negative connotations when a woman says she's ambitious, for example. When it comes to ambition and confidence, how correlated are the two, and what would your advice be to women when it comes to staying confident in their fields?
Sure. So the greatest driver of confidence is being certain that what you're doing is fulfilling a core value of yours or fulfilling an important mission of yours. That's what drives confidence. So when you know that what you're doing is for a greater good, when you're solving a consumer problem, when you're shifting an ecosystem status quo to the better, intrinsically you develop confidence because you know what you're doing is part of who you are, your makeup as a human being. And that's what drives confidence. On the flip side, when you're not certain why you're doing something, on the flip side, when you're not certain of the skills that you've developed, and this is why it's so important for women and men to always know what skills are required for them to develop and to evolve in order for them to reach their ultimate goal. So develop the skills, know what you're doing is for the right thing and in line with your values, and then confidence comes naturally. And I will answer also what you said about ambition. So for me, what is ambition? What ambition is creating value, shifting change in a positive way, supporting businesses and supporting ecosystems to drive forward positively. That's ambition. And it's not your stereotypical, the financial ambition or the monetary, the profit ambition. That is short-lived, whereas the greater ambition, which is the value that's creating, is something that stays with you and drives you forward.
Right. Final question, and it has to do with the self-worth that we sort of foster within ourselves. When it comes to quietening the negative self-talk that we have, what is your advice to women on that? Because confidence is perhaps the opposite side of the coin when we're talking about this. Imposter syndrome, I'm not good enough. All of these thoughts are something that they form impediments to women's careers quite often. What would your advice be to sort of quieten those thoughts down?
So perhaps the greatest obstacle to success is fear.